Hi there, here Nicole again, but now with Sophia Barna. Thank you for joining us in today's conversation, and I will make a short intro about the topic and I'll introduce you. And after that, we dive in the matter. Now, um, we want to talk today about money and how we can have it and why we don't have it if we don't. And we will need some enlightenment from you for sure. And I know about you that you are a psychotherapist from Romania already, and you have more than 20 years in practice, 20 years experience. You also acquired here in University of Toronto two master degree. You have a master in psychology and education and a master in clinical social work. Thank you for accepting my invitation, and let's dive in.
Thank you, Nicole. Yes, thank you for having me this morning. I have to admit, just as a full disclosure, that initially when you invited me, I was a bit hesitant if I should say yes to it, just because my expertise is not in money. So I wasn't sure if what I have to offer. Would have much value on the subject. But then when you seem to mean it in your invitation, it's like yes, yes, I really want you
Yeah,
there. I said, okay, let's take it. I my expertise is in psychology, as you're mentioning. So my background, I was a psychologist in Romania, and I came to Canada over 25 years ago. I This was my passion, so this was my calling and my passion. So I wanted to do this here as well. So then I continued my education, and currently, for the past actually over 20 years in Canada, only I've been practicing psychotherapy and helping people with all aspects of themselves and life. And if we see life as a big puzzle with different pieces, yes, there is among those pieces, there is the piece of finances, of money, among all the others. And it's important to see the whole puzzle. It's not one piece, it's not the whole. When we make that one piece the whole, we kind of miss the whole point, and we might not go into the direction that we really want to go. And this is very relevant, related to money as well. So today, again, I don't have the expertise in money, but I have the expertise in psychology, and we will be talking a bit about what's beyond money, and what money means to us, to each of us, and what purpose do they serve, and what is it? Because in itself, money is just a piece of paper or just a piece of metal. It's not. It's not it. It's a vehicle. It's a currency. And at the same time, money, it's one of those subjects, a very taboo subject. It often makes us feel very uncomfortable talking about it. It's almost like talking about sex, because it carries a heavy, heavy emotional load in there, and lots of meanings. And this is a concept connected to so much of us, including our own value, our own worth. And it's very much connected. It's a currency in the world.
yes,
So I
yes,
can share my,
right.
this is what I can share about today.
Yes, this is how you approach the money, and I like that. It's a piece in the whole puzzle. The big picture is our life, and
Yes,
money is part of it.
yes,
And the business is what we have, some of us. It's just a part of it, and as well the career and everything else. But why I chose this subject, and I thought it's a good topic because also for career we get money when from our jobs, from businesses we get money, and we use that in our family to pay bills, to pay for kids, for enjoyment, for everything. So in a way, money, even though it's just a little piece, but I don't know, it managed to touch so many other pieces. So
Yeah.
even enjoyment, for example.
Yes.
Yeah, you can enjoy without money, I agree, but some trips or whatever you cannot do without money. You need money. So I'm repeating myself with money. So let's get to it. Um, my question was when I approach you, and I've seen this down the road, many people work hard and seems they don't have enough money. They don't have enough money to pay the bills, to cope with the mortgages lately, and other financial obligation and desire they might have. And other people, they seem they have a surplus of money, and to them the money comes easily. And I'm not talking about a millionaire who is from a millionaire family. I don't know this kind of people. The people I know are regular people who are not rich, are yeah, medium. And I've seen this struggle. To some, money comes easy. To some, money don't come easy. What's the secret? How to make the struggle wants to be in the area, attract money to them.
Beautiful and very, very real question. And I would actually invite each of us on a very personal level to ask ourselves this question in a very personal way, like in the intimacy um, of our own soul, if you want, and to phrase the question in the way that it feels right to me personally, to each of us personally. So, for example, what's the real question for each of us? The real question is, can you maybe you can tell me your personal question. So, what do you really want to know through this? Why is it that I'm working very hard and I don't make enough money? Or what's the real question that I truly want to know the answer for myself? You ask yourself.
Answer for it for myself
Yes. Yes.
is I would like to gain more freedom for my family.
Okay. Okay.
But for that, I shouldn't work to get money in order to pay my bills, or to work less, actually, to work less. So I cover everything else. Then I will have, sorry, time to spend with my family. Especially, I'm thinking I have this baby now, and I would like to spend more time with him. And yeah, this is my desire.
Yes. So how can I have more free time, free in the way that I choose. I choose how I spend my time based on what's valuable and significant to me personally, and at the same time not to have to worry about my needs, my family needs, and also my desires,
Correct.
right? So why I invited you to and I invite everyone to actually write down the very personal question or questions around money, because as they say, uh, in the question there is half of the answer, right? And the question, it's very personal, it's very different to each of us, and it uncovers where we are coming from in the relationship with money, right? So money, to be able to have them, to make them effortlessly, to be in the flow, to have this currency, this abundant currency that we wish it would just be coming to us, it would be flowing just like the air, and we wouldn't get stuck in it. It wouldn't interfere in the relationship between us and life, and us and ourselves, and us and others. But the reality is that it does interfere. And why it interferes, it's because, again, it carries lots of heavy emotional loads connected to it. It carries lots of meanings, and these meanings, it connects to a program that was written, and it's still there in the back of our mind, the software program that was written through our life experiences, especially in the first part of our life. Usually they say in the first 7 years of life. And this coding, this program was written based on what we learned. We learned from life, from others. We learned about money. We learned about deserving money. We learned about our worth related to money. We learned how to. So we with anything in life, anything from those pieces of the puzzle, we have a relationship. We have a relationship with our children, our spouses, with our work, with God, with ourselves, with money, with life itself. And we need to look at this relationship and to see what's not quite aligned in that relationship. What is it that, and this is where the trouble comes from, that disconnect, from that misalignment, where there are different parts of myself that they are not in unity. They are not on the same page. One says yes, one says no. So our relationship with money, most often, it's a very tricky, convoluted. It's almost like a love affair. It's I want to have it, but I can't. I shouldn't. And
Right.
whatever it's after but, this is the heavy load that it's very personal. It's in each of us. Most of the time we hide it because it exposes us. It makes us feel vulnerable. That's why it's very often very uncomfortable to talk about money, just like talking about sex. It We are afraid of being naked about it, because, and this is not about others, it's about with ourselves. And this is the key part, acolo, there, where you ask the question, like, why for to some people money comes so easily, and it's so easy to get, to have. It flows naturally, just like the wind, between the trees. And to some people it feels like such a hardship. Well, one of the reasons, there are many reasons, and again, I would invite everyone to the question that we are posting, write it down, and then to take 10, 15 minutes and to just let the hand write everything down that comes is the answer to that question. Why, why money is a struggle for me personally? Why do I feel uncomfortable? Why do I struggle around money? And whatever comes, again, the answer, like we will give some perspective, some answers in our dialogue today, but the answer is very personal. And it uncovers our history. One way to start with is to think back at what is my first experience that I can possibly remember related to money. And that comes to mind, and that takes us to the core of our pains and aches around money. It might be we were never having enough, or you have whatever I learned from the family, from those around us, from the culture, that money, and there are, even culturally, there are lots of folk sayings that connect to money, that trap us in that software program in the back of our mind, that it's running in the background. And if we are not aware what's written in that software, in that coding, then I'm run by it, by these forces but I don't know what pulls me, what triggers me, what is it that I want it consciously, but there is the big but in between, right? So again, this beliefs, this that we have about money, about ourselves related to money. One, for example, is that money is the root of all evil. We often hear this. Well, what does it mean? On one hand, it's like, oh, I don't agree with this. Like, what do you mean? I need money. I need to survive. I need to pay the bills. There are needs I need, and then there are wants. I want to experience life. I want to fulfill my dreams. I want to travel. I want to do that. I want to play. I want to. So this currency, again, money, it's a currency in the world. It's very hard. It's like a vehicle that uh, if I don't have this vehicle, I cannot travel. I cannot navigate through the ways of the world and everything that is part of my life experience in this world without this currency, without this vehicle, right? So in a way, I want to deny it because again, it's so heavy. The after what comes after the big but, it's so heavy. And on the other hand, but I want it. Why not? Like, why do I have to put this as an obstacle between me and experiencing life, right? So let's remember again, first of all, it's one piece of the life puzzle. It's a currency, it's a vehicle, it's not life itself. And just like any vehicle, why having a very expensive car? What's the purpose of the car? It's to use it as a vehicle to take me places. It's not the point in itself. And actually, this is very important to have clarity on this point. What's the point of having money for each of us personally? Again, like, why money is important to me? Why do I need to have money? Why do I want, not only need? Yes, we need for survival, we need to pay the bills, the needs. There is a difference between needs and wants,
Yes.
right? So with needs, yes, more or less we are kind of covered, especially where we live in. Thanks God, we are in a world. I mean, in a country where if you work, if you are healthy and work, you kind of can meet your needs. The problem is with wants. Why do I want money? And I will share this little story that with the I love stories. So it tells so much in very few words. So there is this story, a real story actually, of a young man who was very talented, and he had this calling, and he wanted to become a conductor, a music conductor. And this was pulling me, as they say, what we seek is seeking us. This was seeking him, and he was longing, like, this is my purpose in life. This is what I want to do. This is in me. This is me. So he wanted to become a conductor, but he was a young man, and everybody knows that in the world, that with music and arts, you don't make much money. It's sometimes very hard even to have your needs met. Uh, he wanted this, but he said, well, in order for me to become a conductor, to meet my life's purpose, I need money. I I I have to make money to fulfill my dream. So right there, he wrote a little contract with himself where he put a condition. In order for me to meet my life's purpose, I have to make money. And this is the tricky part, because I don't know if you know, but the original meaning of sin, as they talk about in religion, uh, the original meaning of sin is missing the target, um, literally missing the point, sometimes missing the whole point. And it's the saddest thing, the most heartbreaking thing is that when we go through life and we struggled so much and we worked so hard and we did our best to make it into the world, and making money, including to realize on our deathbed that we might have missed the whole point of life, of what truly matters in life, what truly is connected to our soul, right? So it's very important to have this clarity, like what am I conditioning myself through money? So back to the story of the young man. So he wanted to be a conductor. He wanted to fulfill his soul's purpose to be a musician, to be a conductor. But he put that condition in his contract. It's like, I have to make money. I have to be rich in order for me to be a conductor, to fulfill my life's dream. So in that way, he put his destination, his GPS, instead of becoming a conductor, he changed the destination in his GPS to become rich. So sure enough, he started learning. He came from a poor family. He started learning. He didn't know how to make money. He didn't have rich parents. He didn't have it in his software from the first 7 years of life. But this is what he truly wanted, because he started being convinced that only if he's rich, he can fulfill his life purpose. So he learned how to make money. He opened himself up to all sorts of opportunities. He went and studied business. And year by year, with all the efforts, with everything that he was putting, all the energy, all this focus, all this time, all this life piece into getting to his destination and becoming rich, bit by bit, it started working. And he started making more money and more money and more money and more money and more money. And at one point, he stopped and he thought, okay, I think now my condition is met. I'm very rich. I have millions. And now I can go back and go straight to my original destination. So reset the GPS and say, GPS of life, now take me to being a conductor. I have all the means, I have all the conditions, I have everything I decided that I need in order to fulfill my life's mission. So because he had so much money, he was able to purchase his own orchestra. He bought his own orchestra. He bought the highest performance, most talented musicians that he could afford. The highest, the top, the best of the best musicians. So he would be the conductor of this very highly evolved orchestra, and finally he would meet his life dream. So he did that, and he had their first concert. And as you can imagine, a conductor, a brand new conductor that doesn't have much experience, hasn't spent much time being a conductor and learning how to be a conductor, and being with the music, most of his life, 30, 40 years of his life, were dedicated to meet the prerequisite, the condition that he put on himself in order to become a conductor. He was focused on making money, on becoming rich. So he didn't know much about conducting. He didn't know much about the alphabet, the notes of the music. And as you can imagine, the first concert was a fiasco. He had the best, highest trained, talented musicians in his orchestra. He had the orchestra itself. He had the place. He had everything he thought he needs to have to be a conductor. And soon enough, all the musicians left his orchestra because they couldn't bear being, having this conductor that he has no idea what he's doing. He had a great will and great intention, but most of his lifetime was spent in making money, in being rich, not in growing his talent, the talent that he already had, the talents from the parable of talents, the talent, the seed of music that was calling him. He didn't grow that. He didn't nurture that. And more than money, we have the currency of time, right? Which is actually the most precious currency, the time, with every minute that often we take it for granted while it's here, but then we realize that we lose it when we are getting close to the end of our lease here. So again, this is very important with this story, that to make sure that we don't miss the whole point, that whatever we attach to money, whatever we condition ourselves through money, we again, we don't sin in the way of missing the target, missing the whole point of why am I here, what do I want from this life experience, and how I can use this currency to get what I want, but I'm not used by this currency. And this is where there is some truth in money is the root of all evil, um, because money being the currency of the world, it's very, very, very easy to pull us very much into the world, to pull us on all everything by the feet, by our all members. Money is connected to the deepest emotional, psychological aspects of ourselves. It's connected to shame. Shame means who I am, my value. What's my value? What's my worth in the world? So when I set up a price in the workplace, in the business, a setup for a price for what I'm offering, it's not just the price for the services that I'm offering, or the product that I'm offering, or the job that I'm offering. It's emotionally inside of me. It's my price. What's my price? And I set up my price based on what I perceive my value is, my worth is. If I don't have a very healthy concept of myself, of who I am and my true real value, then I'm going to set up my price low because I don't believe I deserve money. I don't believe inside in the intimacy of my belief. I don't believe I'm much worth. I'm worth much. So then I set my price low. I accept a low price, but then I'm resentful. I'm building up resentments towards others that they don't see my value. So I have to, one thing besides having clarity of what do I really want in the big puzzle of life, the next big thing in the relationship with money, it's what I call radical, brutal, complete honesty with ourselves. Complete nakedness with ourselves. Like, let me put it on paper. Let me be brutally honest with myself. What's all of this thing and all the ramifications connected to money and myself? So I'm saying that on one hand, it's related to my worth, my value, that if I don't see it in myself and I expect others to see it and to give it, even when they do see it, I won't take it. I won't accept it. Somehow I will self-sabotage. I will, yes, but again, yeah, and then I will step into guilt. It's like, oh, I'm tricking them. They don't, I know my real value, which is not much, let's say. I managed to trick them, but then I feel guilty with myself because they pay me more, comparing to what I think I'm worth. And I have to cope with this guilt. And I whether blame others or blame myself, or try to make a story to justify, and I get into these complications. And so this is the guilt level. Then very easily I can step into, if we there is this map of consciousness of David R. Hawkins. So all of these levels below 200 level, shame, guilt, apathy, grief, greed, desire, fear. So much fear, so much fear. But let's step first into the desire level. Desire is greed. Okay, I can the feeling that I can never have enough. Now let's clarify. Actually, step back. Desire in itself is not bad. It's actually the engine that fuels us. Is the fuel that in order to get something, I need to desire it. Otherwise, it doesn't mean anything to me. It's like whatever. It doesn't say anything to me. So I need to desire something, to want something. And yes, sure enough, if there is a will, there is a way. Okay. But I have to have clarity. What do I really want? And do I really want, like, if I really want money, there is nothing wrong with that. This is what I want. Maybe I was so painfully poor in the first part of my life, where I was exposed to like not having food on the table, literally. So where I'm coming from, maybe if I can get myself rich, you know what, this is a worth pursuing matter in itself, because it means that I was able to conquer where I'm coming from and the conditions that were given, that I stepped into this life. And through all my resources, through all my courage, it takes courage. And to everything that I've got, I'm making it for myself, and it's worth it. So if I have clarity with that, there is absolutely nothing wrong in itself. Again, money in itself, it doesn't mean anything. It's what we make out of it that gives it meaning. It's how we make it, the place we are coming from in this choice, and then how we use it. I can use money just for my own sake, for self-serving, and it feels like it's never enough. It's a sack without a bottom, and I want to get more and more and more. And there is the story of the goose with the golden eggs, that I want more and I want immediately, and I cannot have delayed gratification, and I just want money. I don't know why, but I don't know what forces are driving me, but I want money. Or I'm coming from a place of, I'm the master of my life. I want this vehicle to serve me. This is my destination. I have clarity. Where do I want to get with this vehicle? And the vehicle, it's not a point in itself. It's a vehicle, but I know my destination. I'm driving there. I'm not missing the whole point of my life, of my existence here in this world right now. I'm not missing. I have clarity. I'm going in that direction. I'm not wasting not just money, but I'm not wasting precious time. If I'm meant to be a conductor, I'm moving in that direction. And somehow I know I will be provided for. I will, if I work, I will be provided for. My work in this world, my service in this world, my benefit in this world, yes, it has a price in this world as well. Others need it. It's a need. It's a selling place where what I have to offer, it's needed. Others are willing. They need what I have to offer. They have the resources to pay for it. They are willing to pay. It's a contract. It's a simple contract. And I follow that. It's a mechanism. It's not a point in itself. It's not an issue in itself, but I'm true to myself, to who I am, and to why I'm here, and I follow that. This is just a vehicle, it's not my destination. Right? So the desire is when comes, the trouble with the greed comes when there is the feeling that no matter what, it's never enough. No matter what, I'm never enough. And there is this vicious cycle that again connects to, and this is why I said initially that we have to write down personally the question or the questions related to money and write down the answers that personally come to us, because in those answers come uh, also that reveal the coding that it's in the software program in the back of my mind that was written in my life through my life experiences, especially the first part of our life, where I can see literally on the page, I can see what is it after the but in my relationship with money. I want it, but it's again this love-hate relationship. I love it, I want it, but what's beyond the but, right? So in that coding, there are all of these beliefs. Now these beliefs, they seem to belong to the mind, to the reasoning mind, but no, they belong to the emotional mind. These are emotional beliefs. I know they're not necessarily true, but they feel true, right? So one belief could be right in the question, I work very hard, but I don't know why I can't have money. So this wording, words have power. I can imagine a software program, whatever it's written in there, it's coded in there. That's what it operates, even when we don't see what's written in there. This is the automatic, whatever it's coded, that's what works. That's what's going to follow, right? So if in my program it says that money come hard to me, then my program is very loyal. I work hard, but I work hard, but. Okay, good. Thank you. So I work hard. Now, there is this connection between work and money that sometimes they are connected and sometimes they're not connected. And there is this funny joke about this the Jewish person. Now, Jewish people, there is this stereotype that they are very good at making money. They know how to make money. They learn that from father to son. These two friends are meeting, and it's like, oh, what are you doing? I'm going to work. What are you doing? The other one asks, do you go to work too? No, I don't go to work. What do you mean you don't go to work? You don't need money? Well, the Jewish person answers, if I work, I don't have time to make money. so, so there is truth in that. That depends on where we put our focus. Work and money are not, that's right. Um, I can work and I can assume that by working, lots of money come automatically. The more and the hardest I work, the more richer I get. But this is not necessarily so if it's not clarified, because I might work very well at I don't know, washing dishes, let's say, and I work very, 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 very hard at washing dishes all day and all night, and I don't sleep and I don't eat and I wash dishes. And lots of money don't necessarily come out of that automatically, right? So I can focus on my work, a little bit of the piece that I'm working, but I might miss the whole perspective of actually making money. So do I want to work or do I want to make money? Sometimes they are connected, but if we don't purposely make that clear connection that my work brings lots and lots of money, then it might be disconnected. And I work very hard and I don't know why, if I'm working so hard and it's so unfair. And it's, well, what's unfair about that is that I kind of miss the point and miss the common sense. So I have to look clearly at what is there, right? So now, realistically speaking, if I work very, very, very hard at washing dishes day and night, 20 hours a day, does that action in itself naturally lead to making lots of money? If it doesn't, then what leads to making lots of money? What action leads to making lots of money? So if I don't know the answer, then I need to educate myself. This is where, with the financial education, unfortunately, we lack, especially to our culture where we are coming from. We kind of learned that in the communist regime, especially, we learned that, well, all I need to do is work, go to work, not even work much, but go to work, show up, and they will be provided for. The system was set, the whole system was set in such a way. We didn't need to learn about making money. We need to learn about education, how to educate myself, because education will lead me to having a job, a secure job, and will give me what I need. Not necessarily what I want, but it will cover my needs. This was the setup, the framework of the system that we were raised in. So that became part of our inner programming. I need to get, the more education I get, the higher chances I have, I think, to have money. But no, the higher chances to be provided for. The harder I work, it's not that the more money I make based on our program, the harder I work, eventually I will be more provided for. I will get status, I will get recognition. So we have to look at was written in our personal program and to see what exactly, to read the fine print, what exactly it says there, and to literally see what is it, not what I think it says in there, right? So work and money might be connected. So if I want money without the work, then maybe I don't need to put the work into the equation, like in that joke. If what I want is money, let me educate myself. Let me find out how I can have money without the work. Now, what does it mean, work? That's another piece that it's important. Work, it means sometimes that I have to do something in order to make money, let's say, right? But work might feel, in a way, might feel like prostitution when I'm not aligned with fully with my soul. Again, they say that give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar, and to God, to the soul, what belongs to the soul. When my soul is out of the equation in making money, it feels like prostitution. It feels like I'm selling myself, my lifetime, in order to make it into the world. It means that I'm betraying my dreams, what matters to me, the time with my family, the time for my soul, the time for my life mission. I'm I'm giving that away. I'm betraying, I'm abandoning that, and I'm just like selling my body. I'm selling my dreams. I'm selling my life and my purpose in order to make money. So there is a self-betrayal there that, again, it comes to a dissonance, it comes to a disconnect. And then when I work, when I go to work, again, there is pain connected to that. Work is connected to pain because um, it's a self-betrayal, it's a self-abandonment engaged in that. So I need to be clear about what's my work. And when I align my work with myself fully, my soul, then work, it doesn't really feel like work. It could feel like play. It could feel like um, flow. It could feel like, I could do this for free. Just give me the chance to do it, because this is when I am me. This is when I feel free. This is I love and I feel wonderful being in this. And if I get paid for it, oh my goodness, that's amazing. It almost feels like cheating, because I do what I love doing, at the same time I get paid for it. So it's like, whoa, that's amazing. That's amazing. And I will keep doing what I love doing, and I keep being me, and I keep bringing forward to life my talents, the seeds that I was given. If I have the seed of being a conductor, I am a conductor. If I, whatever my life, my seed, my type of tree is, I'm being that. And yes, indeed, I'm being provided, because I bring something into the world that the world needs. And whatever it is that me personally, the type of seed that I am, I have to bring, I'm bringing it. So another aspect that again, there is the greed part. There is also the fear. Lots of fears attached to money. Lots of fears. Yes, I want it, but I can't have it. I don't. This lots of fears. So we need to shed away, to write down whatever fears are attached to money that are part of our inner programming. Write them down and shed them away, and that's where we need courage. And that's with courage we take our power back. We say, okay, I'm coming where I'm coming from. I can see what's written in my inner program. I cancel all of this. I delete everything. I delete everything that doesn't fit me anymore. It's not me. If I am to be run by a program, I'm going to write my own programming. And especially with money, actually, this is a very practical way to make money, to set ourselves to the mind works based on programming. That's why they create the program based on the mind model, neurocybernetics. So uh, I write my coding literally. What beliefs, what do I want to be in the program of my mind that would lead me to making money? One could be, instead of I work very hard, but I cannot make money no matter how hard I work, money is never enough. It could be I choose abundance in my life. I choose prosperity in my life. I freely choose it. Yes, I want this vehicle. I want to have it available at my needs, at my wants all the time, just like I have the car by my door. I have it fully charged with all the gas in it. I want this vehicle in the journey of my life. Okay. I want this. I have clarity. Then with courage, I also take responsibility. If this is important to me, let's make it happen. If there is a will, if there is a want, there is a way. I don't have to get trapped. I don't have to get into the victim's mode. Oh, the rich are that, and I'm poor, and it's not fair. No, no, I choose prosperity. That's right. I choose prosperity in all aspects of my life. Okay. And then let me see the how. I'm determined. I want this. This is important. Let's make it happen. Let's find out how to make it happen. The best way to learn is to learn from people that are being that. They are being prosperity. They are being rich. Surround yourself with those people in whatever areas of your life, right? Be honest. Be completely brutally honest. I want this. Let me roll up my sleeves, get to making it. I'm open to delete all the programming, to cancel, to void all the coding that it wasn't even coded by me. I delete what doesn't fit me anymore. I write literally, and I can even use self-suggestion to enhance that program. Repetition is the mother of all learning. I write my program, I write my coding, and like for example, money come easily to me. I write that in my code that they come. I'm not even aware of it. I don't even pay attention. They come easily to me. My focus is driving towards my destination, and money comes my way. My daughter actually, it's one of those people that it's unbelievable. Like everywhere we go, in every car, she finds money on the floor. And she told me this little story. She was, I think, 10 years old. She was coming from school, and she was with her friend, and her friend's like, oh, let's get this drink. I really want this drink from Starbucks. And then the friend was like, oh, but we don't have money. So, and my daughter was, well, what do you mean we don't have money? I'm sure we have money. And magically, like I couldn't believe this story. Magically, in front of them, there was this bill of $10 flying with the wind. My daughter grabs it. It's like, oh, we have money. I told you we have money. Let's go and get that Starbucks drink. And I couldn't believe it. So I don't know. She has this mindset. It's a mindset. It's an inner belief. I don't know where it's coming from. Not from me, but that yeah, money comes easily. Money comes to me. Now the next part is, how do I choose to use this vehicle? And this vehicle could be like a knife, like a sharp knife. I could use it to kill. I could use it in the hands of a neurosurgeon to save lives, right? And I have a responsibility. I have the responsibility to stay in integrity. That's where I can override that belief that money is the root of all evil. What does it mean? It connects me to the world. It connects me to the humanness of greed and fear and shame and guilt and power and then all of that. How can I transcend above that, using money for good, using money just like I'm using my inner resources, everything that I've got, my talents, my everything, I use along with money to fulfill my life mission, to contribute, to bring the good, to be the good in the world. And in that way, again, it's a good use of money. Nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong, nothing right with it. It's just how we use it. What do we make out of it in the way of making them and in the way of using them. So how do all of this make sense to you, Nicole?
You said many ideas, and I felt like I'm in a school writing down ideas when I was disappearing. I have here 3 pages of notes and the banners. Of course, I was trying to catch up some ideas. I hope that helped the banners. But now, regarding to uh, the nice presentation you've done, thank you for it.
Thank you.
Um, I feel like you said at the beginning, it's a whole. You said that money is a piece in a puzzle, and as well, you said it's a relationship with money is the same as you have relationship with your family. And I like that idea, and I put it down. I never thought about it. This is something new, even though I had some discussion with you prior, but yeah, this is a nice uh, point of view for me.
Yes, and I
And
will add something to that. So in many ways, it's related to the relationship with the family. On one hand, to our roots, especially the relationship with the father. They say it's connected to money issue. So whatever we have unhealed in our past on the father stream, it affects our relationship with money. So in therapy, it's a very good approach before moving forward in making money to clear out the way, to clear out the blockages, to heal the wounded wounds that are in there, that in the present are triggered, are activated in the relationship with money. So this is one aspect in terms of the similarity between the relationship with money and the relationship with family. The other aspect, it's just like with our family in the present, with our relationships with others in the present. Also in the relationship with money, to make money, it's important how much attention, how much time, how much energy, how much focus I put into making money if this is what I want, right?
yes,
So unless I plant some seeds in the garden of money, I do investments, and again, that's where the financial education comes in. And it's important. We don't necessarily ask the two. We don't have it. We weren't raised with that. But then I educate myself, right? Like how do I invest? How do I make money? How do I create a garden, an orchard of money making trees? How do I
yes,
invest in that way, right? But I need to put, whether in planting the garden or nurturing the garden, I need to put time and focus and energy, and to nurture that, so the plants are not drying up, right? Just like in any relationship, if I want a relationship with my child, if I want a relationship with my lover, I need to nurture that. I need to put time and energy and effort and attention. I have to put myself into it. So then I
Yes.
choose, where do I want to put myself into it? And based on those choices, this is what I grow.
Yeah, so this was a good point. As a relationship with money, it's a relationship. It's not just I don't know, a struggle or a
Mm.
race. Let me get, like you said, it's big. Easily we can get into that race. Yeah, without even realizing that you realize only, oh, time went past, and uh, what's left? We don't have enough time. Where did our time go? Did we spend it with family or friends? So
And our
okay,
kids
so
are growing, and the time is passing. Like I will say, oh, well, I will be retired. I will fulfill my dreams. When I will be retired, I will raise my kids. No, there is a time for everything. There
yeah,
is
time
a
goes.
time
There
for
is a
everything.
picture about the time and traveling when you are retired. There is a picture, yeah, a couple, old couple on a boat. They fall asleep on the boat. They don't enjoy anymore because they are, yeah, so tired of life. Who knows? Yeah, so it's better when you're young and in power to go on the boat and enjoy the ride. So getting back to our my pages of
Sorry.
summary, because I was following and I want to make a summary before we close this session. I do have tons of other questions, so I hope you're gonna join this channel in the future again. And I get, as before I move to the summary, I want to introduce your book. Yeah, I will, the simple way, I will put a link in the description of the video where it can be purchased. Going through it, I got a few more questions. I did get clarity to some, but I would like to talk about it more. So,
We can have another meeting talking about the book and how different chapters of it apply in our life on a very
yes,
practical level.
yeah, that will be probably the talk for another 2 3 sessions. Who knows? Because it's the topics are so big, and it will be a shame to uh, put 5 topics in one session. You go too superficially. You don't have time. Even for this topic, we said we're gonna talk about money, and we did. But for me, look, it's coming that, but I would still like to go even more about this topic. So we'll talk about that at a later in another session. But for now, I did learn something, and my learning was I need to have clarity about the money and where what is this for. It's and I have after I get them or how I get them, I have to make it in a responsible way. And I'm not saying only for myself. I've seen business people who are getting money in a relation. I win and you lose. No, it's a responsible way to make money, and this should be win-win. And after that, to serve the purpose for yourself and others to enjoy the money and serve their own purpose as well. Because it's just a servant. Money is a servant. It's a vehicle to get to what we need. And another idea which I got, and I like it very much, uh, like you said, shame, greed, and fear are connected to the money. Shame, what I'm worth. And it's true, if you don't put a price on you, you don't get it. If you worth, if your worth is $10, you got $10. And if you get a $20 coming towards you, you won't take it. I won't take it. So value ourselves, uh, and at the proper level. Um, yeah, forget about the shame what was brought in childhood. Okay, we don't have money, we don't something. We have to reset ourselves, surrounding us by prosperous people. So to reset our myself and ourselves. Uh, and as well, greed and fear are connected with the money. Greed is not necessarily negative, it's a desire, like you said. So I want money, but it's not that I want money. I want maybe to buy a new car or to buy a trip, or who knows, everybody with their wants. And this, it's a driving force until certain level, but when it's a greed and comes, I win and you lose, so I can have more. Again, the responsibility factor is crossed, and we should resurface the responsibility. And then greed together with the responsibility, it's a balance, and it's a good puzzle to solve. And fear, I don't know, I don't feel the fear of the money, but I didn't get that idea, to be honest. But shame and greed talked to me. I saw it and I understand it. Fear, I didn't see it. Maybe I didn't
We
realize.
haven't approached it much. There could be, again, and those beliefs depends on what's written in our programming. The fear that, for example, if I'm rich, I will be perceived, I will be judged on that. I will be perceived as non-integrous. I will be perceived as a bad person. I would be perceived. I might lose relationships, or others might be, if I'm rich, maybe they want me just for my money. So whatever it's written in that program, and we need to look at that on the level of fear, then we have to uncover it. We have to see it for what it is, and release that. Just
Thank
release
you.
that feeling.
Thank you. Thank you. I don't have that
Like
fear.
one part.
But
Yes,
some I
we
have
can
it.
talk some more about this. And as you are saying, there are many other. This
Yes.
is a rich discussion, but
And I would
within
like,
the limit of our time.
yeah, I'd like to point one more thing, which you said it and I like it. And after that, we close. Hard and I don't have money, and other people, it seems, not to work so hard and have more money. You said in one of the moments that work is not necessarily related with money. So if you don't have time to work because you want, your destination is to be a conductor in the story, then you have to find a way to get that vehicle to sustain your dream without work. And I like that. We have each of us to work on it, including me. I didn't get there, but this is homework. And I thank you for that, for giving us the homework to do. And thank you again for everything you taught us. And I hope that you're going to join us in another video later.
Thank you, Nicole. So yes, I will end with this. If you want, if you ask for a homework, the homework is to take a notebook and in the intimacy of our own heart to write down all our questions, true questions that we really want the answers related to money. To write down the answers. All the answers are in ourselves. The best, perfectly tailored answers for us are within ourselves. This is true. It's not a cliche. We write them down, whatever it's coming, and then we look back to see what's in my programming, in my preset programming that doesn't. I don't agree with that. I don't subscribe to that anymore. No, it doesn't belong to me. It doesn't take me where I want to go. So I rewrite the coding. I write, let's say, 7 principles in my coding, like money comes easily to me. I am provided with everything that I need at all times, so I can do what I want to do. Every day, in every way, I'm getting more and more abundant in my life. I'm looking for opportunities. I'm open to see opportunities that come my way that are money making. Whatever it is that I want to write in my program and to operate based on that program, I write it down, I repeat it at bedtime, and then through repetition, it becomes the operational mode. But before everything else, I want to know for certain to the end, like, what is it? Why am I here in this life? Where do I want to get? And where I'm coming from, who I am in truth, my value. It's not given by the world. So I
Yes,
have to make sure that my true value, my true worth, I'm not selling it cheaply for nothing, but I have to know it for myself first. My value doesn't come from me or from the world, it comes from what gave me life. So
yes,
in the eyes of my source of life that gave me the worth, gave me the value, what am I? So I will end with these questions, with this little homework. Thank you, Nicole. This has been a really rich the word, rich, not
yeah,
about money
nice
or
part.
about abundant conversation. I appreciate it, and yes, I'm looking forward to have more conversations like this and to share together different aspects of living in this world and beyond this world as well.
Yes, and for the people who wants to know more about Sophia, the website written down, it's her website. You can click there and browse it and see what information you might get there. And thank you, all of you, for watching us, and see you next time. Bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Bye, Nicole. Bye.